rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Baker going to give it to Irving. And room there to work it inside the 25. 9 good yards there on the run, and now 3rd down.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it? How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that 1st down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the 1st. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. No score after 1 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
They look to throw. It's Locke. And that's caught inside the 30. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. In motion, the tight end. From the gun, it's Locke. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception. And that means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
3rd down. Here's Tracy. And he is not going anywhere. He will not even get back to the line of scrimmage as the clock will stop at the 2-minute warning. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
Let's go.
They'll go for it. It's Locke. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with a football. The Giants go on 4th but come up empty. And the Buccaneers defense holds and they get the football back. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They start the drive with White. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. 2nd and 7.
Hey, alert 33. Set.
They stay on the ground with White. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. 3rd and 5. Play fake. Mayfield. They'll roll him out right. And a dump off to White. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down. He needed 5. He got it barely as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards. Mayfield to throw it. Steps away to his left. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Give him a little extra credit there. His head was cool as the play broke down. Didn't force a throw, and in the end, got to show off his athleticism with a nice gain to bring up a new set of downs.
A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Mayfield. Flush to his right.
And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete. Offense is moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
To throw, Mayfield. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Mayfield down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. Here's Mayfield. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
So it looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
They'll go up the middle with White. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. Mayfield looks to throw. Buying time to his left. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Chase McLaughlin now for the field goal try. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. And that is no good. He pulled it just a bit, just a wee bit wide left. And this will remain a scoreless game.
I don't think there's any other way to frame it other than this. That's a disappointing end to a good opening drive and definitely not what they're looking for on the road.
Yeah, you mentioned a good opening drive. You're right. They were able to move the ball, picked up a few first downs. In the end, though, they come away with nothing. Just keeping the play alive. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game.
I'm about to say something that seems really obvious, but you hate to see your kicker miss on the opening drive because now you're starting to wonder what goes through his head. Is that going to affect him the rest of the game? Is he going to be able to bounce back? You want to show confidence later? What's going to go on with him right out of the gate with a miss?
Yeah, chance to grab the 3-0 lead here at home. Instead, we remain scoreless. Airing this one out for Evans. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. It's Deontay Banks with it. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. After a rare scoreless first half, these teams now just looking for something as the second half gets underway. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And we thought this game had the potential to be tight. Maybe not this tight, scoreless as we start the third quarter.
And I love the way you use the word tight. I'm going to take it in a little bit different direction here because it's not just tight on the scoreboard. I think both offenses have been tight in how they've played this game. No one's been loose. No one's been free. They've got to... make some plays, and I don't think you do it if you're really tight in everything that you're doing in the game.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Here's Locke to throw. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Buccaneers are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spent in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Hey, we're 33. Real. What's up?
Throwing, Mayfield. It's caught by Mike Evans. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 23 yards the pickup there. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They run straight ahead here with White. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They keep it on the ground. White again. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2.
Gets the check down throw to White.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more.
Alert!
They'll look to throw here. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bucs try it on 4th down, but come up empty. And the Giants are going to get the football back. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And, Charles, we've seen almost 3 full quarters now, and neither offense can really get it going. Neither has hit the end zone, and neither side seemingly can make that. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. Inside the 20. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back. But not far from where the Steelers' former homes at Three Rivers Stadium, Forbes Field once stood, we are at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium. So here's Kaimi Fairbairn to do the honors. And with the terrible towels waving wildly, we are underway from Pittsburgh. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. First carry for Najee Harris. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
36 power.
Harris going to get it again on second down. Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes us all the way down to the 37. From the host to Super Bowl 50 back in February of 2016, there's a look at the home of the 49ers, Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Here's the former UCLA Bruin, Kaimi Fairbairn, to get this one started. And we are underway from Santa Clara. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. First play, and Purdy wants to throw it. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack.
That was Will Anderson getting home and finishing the play.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
So a tough early challenge here, 2nd and long after the sack.
Purdy.
This pass to Jennings, and he makes the catch. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9.
Purdy looking to throw.
Can't get away, and he's taken down.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board.
4th down try. Here's Purdy. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Here's the Pro Bowler, Christian McCaffrey.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From the 41, here's a 2nd down and 6. Out of the gun, Purdy.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Purdy now to throw.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The defensive end, Danielle Hunter, drops him. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now.
Trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it off. And the Texans force the turnover. They'll take over at their own.
Well, the Giants began play all the way back in 1925. And almost 100 years later, this venue was built to house their next era. MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Here's Graham Gano out for the opening kick. And we're off from MetLife. Craig Reynolds to return it. Returns looking good so far. They'll begin from the 36 as the returner's brought down. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. We'll start on the ground with Gibbs. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Putting a receiver in motion. Here's 2nd and 11. This is complete to Patrick. There it is. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions take a 6-0 lead right away. So now the Lions going with the offense, trying for 2. He's throwing for it. This is caught for 2, and right away they jump out to an 8-0 lead. Well, evidently a touchdown wasn't enough for them. They further quiet this home crowd by adding the 2-point conversion.
You know what I love about this? I love it because coaches spend time all week saying we're going to be aggressive, we're going to go for it, but then you back it up with a decision like that. That's empowering your team in another team's building. What a start.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Look at this, the tight end getting a carry here. And the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just times you got to run in the darkness. And when linebackers fill that hole like that right in the middle of the field, he ran right into the darkness and the pain of that linebacker.
He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Tackled by Jack Campbell. Working quickly here. 3rd and long for him here. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. They get 13 on the pickup. And the Giants will have a 1st down. New set of downs for him at the 38. Lock. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. So it's 2nd down coming up.
You know, so often we talk about speed offensively, right? We love receivers that can run. Well, that was a perfect example of how speed kills you defensively. A hurried throw almost ended an interception. And that wasn't until after they almost brought him down behind the line for a sack. Speed's the difference.
Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And it's good enough for a New York 1st down. A handoff to Tracy. He'll drive it forward, but won't get beyond the line. Stopped on the play by Zadarius Smith. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Catch is made. It's Dalen Hyatt. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Here's Locke to the air. Has it down close. And that's a New York touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
That one splits the uprights. And the Giants don't try to match them right away as we start out with an 8-7 ball game. Things trim back down to a single point, Brock, as they send this off and away. Reynolds with a return. Good looking return here, and he's got room. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him. Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun. Goff. Throw left is intercepted. Jason Pinnock picks it. And the Giants get the football on the first turnover of the contest.
I've not yet in my lifetime come across a defender who hasn't told me how great an offensive player they were back in the day. Oh, you should have seen me as a running back or wide receiver. Well, right there, that defender showed some of that background. A brilliant job of getting into the open field and setting his offense up for success.
They're set up at the 35 now. Shotgun snap, a gift to Tracy. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3. And they can go ahead and stay in that huddle. We're at the end of the first quarter. We've got a close one here. We'll get back to East Rutherford after this. Welcome back. We'll begin this second quarter with the Giants in possession. They have it 2nd down, well inside of field goal range. From the 27. Gets this to Slayton. He's going to go out of bounds just short of that red zone. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. Throwing his lock. That's incomplete, trying to set up the screen there. First time this game they've looked to him. And now it's 2nd down.
Hey, I know nobody's perfect. And all you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. From the gun, it's Tracy. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Tackled by Jack Campbell. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. They motion the slot man right. He's got the first down grab and still going. And he's going to take it in for the New York touchdown. The Giants pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. So he finds his man in space, and then the wideout takes advantage. Nice finish there to take it in for 6.
Yeah, no question about it. We know points are always a premium in this league, and this really becomes a 3 to 4 point play. Right? When you don't have to settle for field goals, you could throw it underneath, and your receivers do that much damage in the open field and score a touchdown. That's big time.
Khalif Raymond to return it. He stopped on the return at the 27. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Oh, he put everything. That's complete inside the 35. He will go. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions tie and can take the lead here in the 2nd. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
And that catch in the end zone gives them the lead. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Has this at the 6. He stopped on the return at the 27. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Staying between the tackles with Tracy. And have him gain about a handful there. Brian Branch getting there for the tackle. Give him 5 on that carry. Bring it up 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you're going to be a Pro Bowler.
Here's 2nd and 5. Hyatt with the grab. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. So it's the 2-minute warning here from MetLife. It's the Giants who have 1st and 10. To throw, here's Locke. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Throwing now, off play action. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. It's a massive 35-yard pickup, 1st down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Throwing it again here. Catch made, Tyrone Tracy. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. It's a pickup of 11. And the Giants will have a 1st down.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident a screen would get them enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
From the red zone now. Catch is made in close. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. In the third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
A give to Tracy up the middle. And he gets in. Touchdown! The Giants take the lead just before halftime. So, Brock, good work there to finish off the drive in the end zone and retake the lead.
You just get this feeling every once in a while in games, this sucker's going to be a back-and-forth football game. So what a great job offensively to jump out in front here in the first half of play.
Gano for the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Giants jump in front now by 5. Gano ready to send this away. Here's Raymond on the return. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Patrick going to motion over left. Goff on 1st and 10. He gets a lot behind one, deep downfield. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And the Giants will have a shot at least a field goal here. Maybe the end zone after that return.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life. Really on both sides of the ball. Right, you watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick six, yeah, it stinks for the offense. But that was the practice field coming to life for everybody to see.
Lock to throw it. They get it right back. That's intercepted. Kirby Joseph picks it. And the Lions get the football back with minimal time to go in our half. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Well, they had the advantage for a moment, Brock, but turns out that is all just that moment because they throw an interception and give the ball right back.
And for once, both coaches on both sidelines are preaching the same message. Take care of the ball. Not often you see back-to-back plays end in interceptions, and we're right back to where we were just a couple moments ago.
He's back to throw. He's looking deep once again. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments
We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The longtime Panther Graham Gano has us set for a start as we are underway from MetLife Stadium. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They defer to Brown to start the drive. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left in no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. Burrow hooking up with Higgins for a Bengal first down.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive.
Here we go.
Now Burrow. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
Now it's Burrow. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. And this is going to be incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Burrow looking to pass. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And he'll find Chase on the right side, complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 17-yard line. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. Touchdown! Jamar Chase on a touchdown throw from Joe Burrow. And the Bengals are on the board first here this afternoon. Evan McPherson now for the PAT. And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Locke working out of the gun. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
If I'm making excuses, and I am, sometimes the sun can be difficult on a ball like that. That looked like it was going to be right there, but it's in and out of his hands. And a potential big play goes by the wayside.
Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he's tackled at the 38, but they doubled their yardage. The play started at the 19, and they gained 19.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's DJ Turner who's got it. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were in nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. An inside give, Brown. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Here is 3rd down and 4. Burrow will throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Burrow. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's Deonte Banks with it. And the Giants are going to take possession here at their own 33. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game. You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
From the 35, here's a 2nd and 8. Right back to Tracy. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. In motion right, that's Hyatt. Now Locke going to run a little touch pass here to his wideout. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th.
Do 'em, offense.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. In motion, Slayton. Locke gonna go on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown.
Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets him on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick six.
And I know from experience throughout the week, when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick sixes and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
2nd and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
Looking deep here for Chase.
And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And he'll go right back to Chase. That's caught again.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. More for him on that one. He's been a busy man. It's a 1st down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on 1st down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Taking it about the 16. 31 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And they've got a little over 40 seconds to work with if they want to try to put something together.
Block now to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in. line. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. 76 yards. And the Giants will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield in the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Bengals drive about to get going. And with him trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Looking deep here for Chase. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Now they go play action now. Burrow. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. This time they stay on the ground. And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. 4th down, but Burrow stays put. They're going for it. They'll try and throw for it here. And Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. And the Giants are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. After the turnover, here's Locke. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. And the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Here's Locke to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. That is caught. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. A 1-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Still fighting for more. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six for a Bengals TD. Well, part of this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play, because remember, they had a pick six on the other side, and now they get a pick six of their own.
Yeah, they actually added to some of their nice play throughout this ball game. A good effort by them to secure another interception on this one. A better effort to take it all the way back for 6. And how about an exceptional effort to match their opposition's pick six from earlier in this game?
Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Locke trying again after the pick six. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. Locke off of play action. Looking deep downfield. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
And this was a little bit of the knock on him coming out of college. Sometimes the concentration could wander a bit. This should have been a big play, but somehow he's not able to corral it.
On play action, Locke. And the throw there going to be incomplete. I don't know, he had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
Well, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know?
Yeah.
The mental focus.
Yeah, that's true.
Got to stay with it.
That's true. They'll go for it. It's Locke. And Locke throws another one. It's intercepted. Still fighting for more. And it's a huge return as he brings this all the way back down to the 15-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the